They're free begins for you and deals too.
Alright, you little beauties from around the interwebs, it's me, Glyn, CheapSkate Gaming, and here we are. It's that time of week again where we do the Freebie Weekly Roundup. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it's CheapSkate, and if you're watching this on the Rumbles, it's the Wokopotamus. Funny name, I know, but there we go. So what do we do? Of course, every week we just go and check out your free stuff. The stuff from your... How can I never remember the word? Subscriptions. So things like Amazon Prime, Gamebox, Game Pass, new stuff from there, new stuff on your PlayStation. We check out deals as well, free stuff from Steam. And we always check out the first one and we always go here to the Epic Game Stores. And why have I got that in the way? There we go. That's better. Sorry about that. Right, here we go. Epic Game Stores. And Epic Game Stores give away free games every week. And this week they've got a bit of a package going on here. They're giving you away Arcade-Ageddon, whatever the coins, AR coins, whatever that is, $20 of value. It's not a game, I'm not really interested. The next thing they're giving you over is some more nonsense like this. It's $100 US dollar value, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. That's more stuff for free to play stuff. I'm not interested in this, but what I am interested in is River City Girls. And normally this is quite expensive to pick up this game, although it has dropped recently. River City Zero or River City Girls Zero is a bit cheaper, but this River City Girls, and what it is, it's a Streets of Rage clone. So here we go. Let me just see if we can get past all this anime. It's very anime, very Japanese. Here we go. Oh, where you gone? Oh, it's all mixed up, but you can look. You can see the bit of Streets of Rage going on in there. That's what we like. We love a little bit of Streets of Rage, and apparently it's a very good game. So I will be checking that one out. And while we're here, I'll get it, and I'll show you how easy it is. You press the get button, your account will load in, and you just say place the order. I accept. It's now in your library, and it's there ready for you to download whenever you want. So if you haven't got the hard disk space, don't worry. You can just add it to your library. And then when you have some extra disk space, you can download it then. That's why you should always grab your free games, because they're only up for a week. Now, next week, it looks like they've got more of this free nonsense stuff where... why am I not going back on the store? I'm pressing store. Come on, load back. Oh, they've changed it. They've added something. Ooh! They're putting in Botanicula. Botanicula? Okay, and then you've got another one of these nonsense things with coins or whatever. Firestone 100 vodka. I'm not interested in this stuff. It's only the reason they're doing this is to promote people using Epic Game Stores and spending money, like Wales, what they call Wales, not the country, like where I'm from. The people who are big spenders online are just sump loads of money into sort of games with play to win formulas. So the more of those they can get onto their site, the more they can make money out of them. That's why they're promoting these things and this thing and that thing. But we're interested in games, and next week they've got this Botanicula. Why are they making the game so hard to pronounce? And that looks pretty fun. Let's have a read. 5 little tree creatures set on the journey to save the last seed. Okay, it's a little adventure platformy type thing with probably puzzles. It's a weird looking thing. Right, and why have we gone to light mode for that? Ooh, that's much better. Right, anyway, that's Epic Games out the way. Let's stop yambling and rambling and jibble jabbering. Let's pop over to Prime Games. So a lot of people don't realise Amazon Prime drop free games every week as part of your Prime subscription. You will need other accounts to download them. Although this week I think they're mostly on the Prime itself. So last week they did drop us Minecraft Legends. This week they've given us, I don't know it's in front of this, but this is this week. Why can't I talk today? This is this week's one. New York Mysteries, and this is on a very strange one. It's called Legacy Games, and they do these. I'll click on it. Good thing about Amazon is they do actually show us some screenshots, and these are kind of like point and click puzzle games. You're given a task. Look, you've got clues. You've got to maybe cut the picture with the knife, and there'll be something behind there, and there'll be a number to open a safe. There's a padlock there. Use something like the pins or the key on the padlock. That'll get you something. That's the type of game it is. Not particularly my favourite style of games, but it's free. So there we are. They've got that on Legacy Games. Then we've got Projection First Light. That's on Prime. Then God's Trigger. Should we have a little look at them? This is quite an interesting thing. It's like a 2D, sort of almost like Indian art anime. If you experience, no, why is it saying? It doesn't even tell me what the game's about. Here we go. First Light follows the adventures of Greta, a girl living a mythological shadow puppet. That's what I'm thinking of, shadow puppets. Looks cool though. I like the aesthetic of that game. God's Trigger. I think I've got this somewhere. Ooh, a nice looking top-down shooter with lots of violence. More my style of game. We then have Dread Out. I think that's Dread Out 2, is it? Or Dread Out? Yeah, Dread Out 2. And that's obviously going to be a bit of a horror going on there. Third-person horror game. Okay, cool. And then we've got Endless Space. So the only one that's on GOG this week is God's Trigger. All the rest are actually within the Prime app itself. So there we are. They're all free as part of your Amazon subscription. We're not going to go on too much. But don't forget, you can still grab all these other ones. Mafia Free is there from last week. Minecraft Legends for your Xbox and PC is on there as well from last week. You got the skateboarding game Session. There's Wolfenstein games. There's quite a few of those, and there's all the other Mafias as well. There are BioShocks, Infinite. There are some real bangers. This week's a bit of a middling week as far as that's concerned. So next off, we check out Steam. Now, what I do with Steam is every week they give away free stuff. Free games just get dropped on Steam all the time. They're probably stuff you've not heard of because they're very indie, a lot of these. A lot of these are like students or people learning to make games, but some of them are bangers. And the way you do is that you when you're in the store, grab this price thing, put it to free, change that to release date, and then make sure you click the games button, and then everything from now going back chronologically in time is your free games, and you got all sorts in there. But what I have done is I've chosen my favourites from the last week, and here we go. They've got The Last Oath. Now this is more or less a walking simulator but in 2D style, and I just like the monochrome graphics. Last Oath is a short story based game about a knight that fell in battle fighting for their king. There we are, and I'm not going to read too much more, but that's what that is. The other free game, this one looked really cool. Fair and Square. Pardon me. Fair and Square is a fast-paced bullet hell platformer roguelike where everything revolves around squares. Survive relentless enemy waves. So that's good. That's a nice little. Let me just replay that thing. That's quite a nice little looking bullet hell game actually. Almost got like a little bit of Arkanoid going on there, and look, you've got pickups and almost like a roguelike element. Then we've got Wraith. Look at this game. This looks cool. First-person shooter, roguelike first-person shooter. So that's pretty cool as well. These are like the type of things you see running in the background of some people's TikTok videos. So if you're into making TikTok videos, why not grab a couple of these free games to put them in? Sometimes like the middle bit is what you're talking about, and then you have like little bits of games running on the top and the bottom. And this is perfect for that. And so next up we had this one, Sinew. It doesn't have a video here. If I remember correctly, I come down here and it plays the video, and that's quite an interesting thing. It's a kind of platform style game going on there. And then we have the deals. Now I could go on about all these deals, but I recently started using a site and I started posting on there, and I post the deals, and they're doing quite well. So these are the deals from this week that I've posted. There won't be all the deals because sometimes someone else has posted them, but these are the ones I've posted. So Goner 2, £2.74. Goner 1 is 85p on Steam. Train Valley 2, I think that expires in a couple of hours, so unless you're watching this within 2 hours of it coming out, these two will be gone, but that's not a bad value. Retro City Rampage, £2.19. I put Worms Crazy Golf, £1.40. Brawl Out, which has got like the dead cells and characters like that, and the luchador from what's that game called? If I click on it, I can go to the game. This guy, where is he? The luchador from that game. That's quite a good game. Right, close that down. Which one were you there? Yeah, and there's a few more on here. Orbital Bullet, £1.34. Inscription is on a deal at £6.71. Very well liked game that. Clid the Snail, this is normally at 18, 19 quid. That's £1.77. Creed, if you're into VR, Creed deal VR, £3.56. But it's also part of a pack where you get about 5 or 6 games for 20 quid for VR. That's pretty good. So yeah, check me out. I'm Glino on Hot Deals UK. So if you want to check that out and follow me, you'll see all the deals as I post them. Anyway, right, that's your Steam deals out the way. Let's pop along to PlayStation Store. And although anything's changed since last week, they are going to be adding, by the time the weekend is over, they should have added Hogwarts Legacy onto the extra part. Otherwise there's not much else changed, but that'll all have changed next week. Your monthly games, don't forget Robocop is the big hitter here for your PlayStation Plus. You have got Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Digimon as well. And I don't know if they've added anything to... No, it doesn't look like anything's added to the premium. That again will be updated within the next few days. So it's just that awkward time of the month where they update. I think it's about the 13th or 14th for what we're on here. We're on the 10th, something like that. So by the middle of next week they would have updated all those. So let's go and check out what they've been doing over on Xbox Game Pass. So if you're in the Game Pass as a subscriber, there's 3 or 4 games they've added here. I don't know why they put Call of Duty Warzone in there. That's free to play on all formats. But the Ultimate Edition of Borderlands free. That's nice. All the DLC there. South of Midnight. That's a new game. It's getting a bit of mixed reviews, that one, where people are saying the game's pretty crap, but the graphics and the style is really good. So I'm hearing mixed things about South of Midnight, but it looks okay. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, so I don't know if this is if it's a remastered version or if it's got a load of content. And then you've got Commando Origins, and it doesn't matter if you're on console or PC, it's the same thing. So there's 4 sort of new games chucked in the mix there. Okay, so we're going to go and check out some deals now. I'm missing one of the things up here. I need to add it. Bear with me. Oh, we'll go for the look at the deal. We'll add it. So there's not much been added to Fanatical, apart from... Oh, where did that go? There we go. We'll come back here. Bundles. Bear with me a second, for some reason. There we go. Right. Oh, while I've been out the last hour, they've added a new bundle, so we have got something to look into. But before we jump in there, they have added this Build Your Own Easter bundle. Have a quick look. 5 free games for a £5, £4.95. And there's not much in there, but I think is worth shouting out about. But you can check it out if you think there's something there. Let's go back. But they have added this back. I bought this last time. It has appeared before on Fanatical. Internet's running really slow at the minute. And it's Oddworld Complete Collection. And this is a hell of a deal. If you spend £1 this week, spend it on this. £1 and you get Oddworld's Abe's Odyssey, Munch's Odyssey, Stranger's Wrath HD, Oddworld Exodus, the new remake, New and Tasty, 2 DLCs for New and Tasty, and the even newer Soulstorm, which is that, remember that came out on PS5. So like for £1 for those, is it 5 games, 4, 5, 6 games and 2 DLCs, that is phenomenal. These are 2 new ones as well. I had a lot. This is well loved, Stranger's Wrath. That's a really good game, but I really enjoyed Munch's Odyssey back in the day. And then you've got the original. These are all great games. I beg anyone not to have some fun in at least one of these games, because that one's like a first-person shooter. These are like 2D side-scrollers, and these ones are like 2.5D, like with 3D graphics. There's all stuff going on here. That's a great deal for a package. It's unbelievable, like 20 pence each, less than 20 pence each for a game. and they're good games. So this is the new one they've added. We're going to check it out now. Just launch Handy Games 25th Anniversary Bundle. Oh, is this going to be good? £2.50, so we're going to get 2 games for a £5. Not seeing anything jumping out at me yet. Chicken Police Red. I can get this. Paint it red. You can get that pretty cheap anyway. One hand clapping. Scarf. All these I believe you can pick up pretty cheap elsewhere. Rad Rogers. Sign Mora is a nice game. But a lot of these you can pick up from a key reseller for next to nothing. There's plenty in there though. Yeah, okay. Maybe that one. You can see that half of them are in my Steam library because I've picked them up for like 50p somewhere else. Not that great. There we are. So the big deal, if you're going to come on into Fanatical, go and spend £1, get all your Abe's Odyssey games. Okay, so now I need to add my Humble. And there's not much to be added here. Most of which we went over last week, but they have added a new one, and it's Neon Lights. Neon Lights for £10.92 you get all these games. Now there are some good games there, but some of these have been free. Ghost Runner's been free. Neon Abyss, you can pick that up for next to nothing. I picked up Black Future for next to nothing. Not that they're bad games, but like, what's this, £7.80? You still get Gun Runner, Neon Abyss. I'm not sure what these 2 games are like. Shogunner, shall I play it? I'm not aware of this game. Oh, turn the sound down a minute. Okay, it's like an XCOM style strategy game. Someone could have some fun with that. Problem is, there's very few new style games anymore, is there? What's this one then? Oh god, it's just choosing clothes. I like the art style on it. Mixture of 3D, bitmap graphics. I like that. Okay. Is it a dancing game? No, it's an RPG elements. 3D cyberpunk. Whatever. I'm not sure what that is, but that actually does look an interesting game. What's it called? Anno. Mutation. Right, there we are. And I think that's it. I think we're done. That's a really quick week for me. Probably one of the quickest weeks I've had. So not a brilliant week as far as the free stuff is concerned. Obviously go back and get your previous Amazon catalogue if you've missed that. River City Girls, yes, I am happy. I do like a good Streets of Rage game. And you've got those free games. There's some good deals to be had on Steam. Oh, one of the ones I missed off the Steam deal. Hold on, let me go back to this one. Let me go back to there are a couple of deals I need to. Why won't you change? Let me put on special offers. Why won't that? Because I'm still on release date. Let me change the relevance. There's basically Elite Dangerous at the minute is only £3.74, and I think it's a couple of quid more if you want it with all the DLC. So that's pretty good. Chuck the Elder Scrolls Online on there now as well, £3.99. Yeah, so there are some good deals to be had off the Steam. I'm not showing you, am I? I'm not showing you on the screen. There we go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there is Elite Dangerous you can get for £3.74 on Steam. Right, let me come back here. I should have mentioned that earlier. So yeah, there is some good deals to be had. And I think that's more or less done. I'm not going to jibber jabber for too long. Like I say, I haven't got too many of these shows left. I'll be doing one next week. What will the date be for next week? Next seems to be the 17th, and that might be the last one. And it'll be the last one up until August when I get back. So bid you farewell. We'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll get better games from Amazon next week. Okay, thank you for joining me. Glyn out, Wookabottomus out, CheapSkate out. Bye now.
CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.